Welcome back to Brave Ideas Friday 5. We are at Campfield in Manchester at the end of GCUC Manchester. I'm here with my friend, Keke Patissier from Koho. Keke, you had a great workshop today. What was the topic of that?
So the topic was just about uncovering hidden revenue in what's already on the table for you. So instead of you looking for more sales, you've got stuff on the table, finding it, and obviously using our platform to find it.
Absolutely. I think it's a poignant point that you make about not just looking for new sales. Obviously we want new sales, but we have existing customers. We have existing customer data, which is spread across many different systems. And you guys come in and layer on top of that as a single source of truth to help the operator understand what's there. Yeah. So why is that important for operators?
Because every decision that you make needs a context. And the problem is if you keep it narrow, a sales context, an operational context, a finance context, you just have blinkers on what the right decisions are. And what we are creating is like a landscape of as many points that will influence your revenue, bringing them into one to make those decisions. Now the problem is nobody can sort of look at this multi-dimensional view. It's very, very hard. So we have Koho Intel now that allows you to just question your data and surface things that you just haven't thought or would just take too long to uncover.
Well, we are in the age of AI. We sat down maybe 2 years ago and did a podcast. I think it was about 2 years ago.
It probably was.
Introducing Koho to the world, to my world at least.
Yeah.
And I imagine in the last 2 years, evolution has taken place within your business. What is the biggest change that you've seen in the last 2 years?
So the biggest change in our business is that we have actually spent 2 years of working very, very hard doing the boring stuff, which has been creating this context which is rock solid. So we can now plug in any AI agent, yours, ours, doesn't matter, to come up with a magic source. Everybody now is playing with AI. That is the reality, is going to do it. It's how solid are the foundations they're doing it in.
Keke, when we're talking about newfound revenue, are we talking about increasing pricing here, reducing churn here? What are we talking about, and what kind of impact can that make on the bottom line?
So it's all about context. So we were talking about in the workshop, people say, oh, I found revenue, I've just put my prices up by 3%. That's great. And my question to them was, did you ask Koho Intel to tell you whether you can increase it? Do you have the demand? Is there demand? Is there a glut of supply in the market? If you don't have that context, putting prices up is pipe dream. Being able to maximize, to move a customer from a large unit to a smaller unit because I know I can let that one at a better price to somebody else. To know about the timing to do it in, to know about the signals that says this customer is happy but is not paying their bills on time and I have the demand. And by the way, I can see their usage. All those elements come together to allow you to identify the common sense approach to your revenue. So you can't make a unilateral decision about putting prices up. It just doesn't make any sense. It's in what context. That's the important bit.
Now, over these 2 years of evolution, you've been working with more and more operator clients across the UK and the US. I understand you have quite a few pilots going on in the US right now. What has been your biggest surprise from feedback from the operators?
I think it's the first aha moment is when they see all of their data in one platform. That is like, even something as simple as I have multiple locations across different countries or using different platforms. How do I make sense of that? So that's the first element. And then it's about being able to understand this landscape. That's the biggest. But without Koho Intel, that data is overwhelming. When you give that power to people to literally ask those questions, you could see in the workshop, people started really sort of with mundane questions. What's my performance against target? Okay, give it to me, but what if I reconfigured my space? What if I did this and what if I did that? And if you can have those views really quickly, it allows you to then spend the time to analyze the output and take relevant decisions in a timely manner. That's the bit that is really exciting.
Well, data-led decisions are the best decisions,
Yeah.
and increasing revenue is crucial, especially when costs keep going up. So, Keke, thank you for this. We will put a link to Koho in the newsletter below. Great to see you again. Best of luck.
Lovely to see you, Caleb.
Thank you for tuning in. Until
Thank
next
you.
week, take care of yourself.